Does this sound like you? You're highly ambitious. You constantly think about success, so you always feel like you need to be doing something in order to progress towards that success. You don't know how to relax. When you try to relax, your mind still falls to work or to doing something productive. You feel guilty when you're not busy. Even relaxing activities can sometimes make you feel guilty for not doing more. You keep telling everyone around you that you're busy. Society loves hardworking and productive people, so why not promote it to everyone? And people around you always call you out for being so busy. Those are the signs of the busyness addiction. I think I was actually exposing myself just now. Sad to admit that I'm all of these. I constantly struggle trying to fully relax and not face toxic productivity guilt. There's always a waging war inside of my brain. Even though I know self-care is productive, I still feel my hands itching to do something productive when I'm trying to relax. Symptoms of an insane workaholic, I know. But I doubt I'm alone on this one. You're watching this video here, so chances are that you relate to some of these or all of these struggles here. So why the heck is being busy so addictive? Why can't we stop? Being raised from a pretty successful family, they all had high expectations for every one of us. Or maybe just me, since I'm an only child. If you weren't focused on school or work, then you would just be considered a lazy loser. A shame. Your name would be avoided at family gatherings like Voldemort. Maybe it's just a stereotypical Asian family. I don't know. But that's the type of environment and mindset I grew up with. So you can imagine the effects it had on me until now. Something that has helped me was identifying why was I so busy all the time. I recognized that one of the reasons was due to family influences, so I did some serious self-reflection. Every time a guilty thought pops up in my mind, I would just counter it with another thought. Kind of like confronting all the toxic parts of my brain. I mean, it's just the voice of my ancestor. Society tends to admire and reward those who hustle and grind endlessly. It's like if you're super busy and overwhelmed, you'll be considered important and valuable and responsible in our society. I began to realize this when I would get compliments and praises for working overtime and being busy all the time. But when I took a break or had a vacation, I would get looks of disapproval as though taking a break is a sin or something. So my life used to be 90% work, 10% bare minimum living activities. Now I've intentionally relied on my calendar to stop working overtime and prioritize rest. I allow myself to be focused and productive in the mornings and then rest in the afternoons and evenings. I also have a cutoff time of when I'm just completely done with work at 6 p.m. That's when I enjoy dinner with my mom, and then afterwards I just relax and fully recharge. So now my life is pretty much 60% work and 40% leisure. Honestly, I'm still working on being guilt-free, but I'm getting there. People pleasing. Ugh, I hate that word, but that's something I tend to fall in the trap of doing. Countless of opportunities have been presented to me, and I often feel uncomfortable in rejecting them. I probably should start taping a no to myself. It's pretty obvious how to deal with this one. Just say no. We don't have to brutally reject people like this. But we can learn to say no in a nicer way by asking more time to consider the request. You can tell them you need to check your schedule or calendar and then you'll get back to them. Or explaining that you have a lot of things on your plate right now. Or proposing an alternative way to help that person. Maybe finding someone else who can help out. I remember every time I felt a negative emotion like sadness or anger, I would just jump right into work in order to avoid those feelings. Pretty much buried my pain in work, crying and working at the same time. As crazy as it sounds, busyness became my therapy. Avoidance became my default response to anything. Once I realized this, I found that journaling has been helpful in addressing those feelings that I have been avoiding. I often reflected upon these questions. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? Is there something I can do about it? Is there someone I can talk to? Even when I don't have much to write, I'll just jot down something, no matter how small and pointless it seems. Dumping those thoughts and feelings on something helps me clear out the clutter in my mind. If you're a workaholic, chances are that you can relate to some of these problems. Or if you're a crazy hot mess workaholic like me, then you can probably relate to all of these problems. But it's totally fine. You're already doing the first step by acknowledging these problems. I had been seriously in denial for so many years, but many fun burnout sessions woke me up. So it's not too late. We can learn to manage the busy load and learn to prioritize our well-being and self-care first. Thanks for watching.